We're going into our next game.
Very bassy. Would backing off help?
Welcome back to those of you. Test. Welcome back to those of you out there in the Derbyverse listening in Derbyland, and thank you for joining us on our broadcast of ABD Entertainment broadcast of Spring Break Swarm 2018, brought to you, provided by our internet sponsor, the Sarlis Group from Future Realty, your Derby realtor. If you are looking for a home basically anywhere in Florida, they were just in Jacksonville this week checking out some things, so they go all over this Sunshine State. If you are a Derby person out there and you're thinking, you know what, we need to come to Florida where the action is, the first call you need to make is to the Sarlis Group, Future Realty, our internet sponsor of the broadcast for Spring Break Swarm 2018. Check them out and shoot them a line and say, hey, thank you for providing the stream for the 2018 Spring Break Swarm. Shout out to the Sarlis Group, Future Home Realty. Now that I've paid the bills, let's talk about roller derby. Less than a minute left to go here. The ambassador, Corey Mendel, coming to you live with Al B from the Wrecking Hall. Gary!
How you doing, Al?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm excited. We haven't done this in a while.
You look so distinguished.
I'm not sure it's distinguished, but at least I can see. I did the first game without him on. It was kind of exciting.
Oh, yeah, you did. You called this morning, and then I did the second.
Yeah, this is a twist for you and me.
Yeah, we don't usually get to share mic time because we usually have so many people coming around, or we have so many parts of the team that yeah, this will be fun. This will be fun. We'll do this. 10 seconds before we start.
Perfect.
10 seconds before we get started with Cincinnati Junior Roller Girls and Crooked River. This is a female division game. Both teams from Ohio. I love when teams travel across country to play one another that are neighbors. That happened in Colorado last year. The Attack Pack and Tampa went to Colorado and played each other, and it wound up being just about the game of the tournament. It was really exciting to watch. Yeah,
I heard about that game.
It was. Yeah, you can go to JRDA's YouTube page and catch the archives of that.
So we're just waiting for a little bit of tidying up, and the skaters are going to take the track right about now. So we can
read down the names on these rosters real quick.
Oh, shoot, yeah. I'll do Crooked River real quick if you don't mind.
Please.
You want to do Cincinnati first?
Sure.
Go ahead.
And Cincinnati Junior Varsity is what they're calling themselves. So number 20 is Ginger Smacks. Number 22 is Blazin' Grace. Number 27 is Angelina. Number 32 is Skull Crusher. 39 is Monkey Wrench. Number 4 is Hailstorm. Number 43 is Harley Trin. Number 47, Aphrodite. Number 8 is Karma. 83, Mercy Killer. 86, Guts and Glitter. 88, Bug Smasher. Number 9 is Peach Cobbler. Number 95 is Anna Maniac. That is your Cincinnati Juniors varsity team.
And for the team in black, Crooked River Roller Girls, number 047, AK-47. Number 10, The Flying Fish. Number 7, Martin. Number 100, Rainstorm. Number 110, former Tampa and Little Miss Perfect. Number 1000, Tie Dye. Number 22, Kryptonic K. Number 2674, Starry Skies. Number 42, Adrenaline Rush. Number 47, Sophia Scorin. Number 430, Rosie the Riveter. Number 5, Sharkbait. Number 777, that's just devious. Number 88, Megan You Fall. And number 911, for your information, is Jolly Crush Her. That is your team in black, the Crooked River Roller Girls. The NSOs for this game, Christy Cuffs, earned 7 smash tags, Stella Knockout, I Have a Grudge, Crush Groove, Missy, Budafet, Edith, and Tootsie. And your referees, the Zebras, the men and women in stripes. Pete in the Pool, Refty Venture, Kilt Trip, Bob Gnarly, Tricky Ricky, Gary, and the Taxidermist. As we get ready to go live here in game number 3 of 13 this weekend. Live from the Wrecking Hall in beautiful Temple Terrace, Florida. So let's get derbical.
So on the line we have number 100 for Crooked River. That is Rainstorm. Rainstorm coming out as lead jammer, going up against Angelina. Oh, that's a cut track for Angelina, giving a power jam to Crooked River.
Rainstorm coming through for Crooked River. Grand slam, 5 points for Crooked River as they go trying to. They put the let's do that first day with my new tongue. I'm just kidding. 5-0. Grand slam scored for Crooked River. Crooked River in the black jerseys with blue trim, moving right to left on your radio dial. George confiscating all the pins from the announcer table because, well, some announcers tend to fidget with them and make noise on the table, and George doesn't like that very much. So I am not allowed to have pins at the announcer table.
So at the end of that first jam, we've got Crooked River with 11 points and Cincinnati Juniors 0.
Devious coming to the line for Crooked River. Number 4, Hailstorm for Cincinnati. There's the whistle to start. Jam number, does that say 2? Have we really only done 2 jams? Wow. Womp womp.
And then again, Crooked River lead jammer.
Devious fighting through the crowd. Wow. Devious, a very aggressive posture going through the pack, and then almost immediately goes into that folded, like speed skaters. Very reminiscent of Erin Jackson, the way she's kind of getting the correct form. Watch, as soon as she comes out of the pack, well, never mind.
And here it comes.
There you go. Yeah, she's a very devious, methodical trip during the contact zone. But once she comes out, she goes right back into good, trying to get that form. Coming back around, there's Devious. It's not like she's speed skating, though. I don't know. Maybe that's not, I don't know.
She definitely has a forward-leaning posture when she is skating around the track. Methodical right now, if you want to think about it that way, seeing the hole and taking it. So we have 2 blockers on the track for each team.
Clean up on turn 1. Devious now with a hop, skip, and a jump. Ooh, goes down on the outside of turn number 1. Now has to be recycled on the back. That's number 22 with a big hit. 22, that's Blazing Grace. That was just a blazing. See what I did there?
A little bit of a apex jump. I did see it, but I didn't play it off.
Is this thing on? I'm here all week, friends. Or all weekend, anyway. 34-4 for Crooked River as we jump out to a 30-point lead over Cincinnati. 25 minutes left to play here in the first half of game number 3 here at the Wrecking Hall. My name is Al B. I'm here with the ambassador, Corey Mindell.
So, Al.
Yes, sir.
I like apex jumps, and there was one I got distracted. I'm sorry, I didn't, I'll do better.
Dude, you're all right. Number 430, that's Rosie the Riveter. That's Angelina for Crooked River. As Rosie takes lead jam for the Cincinnati squad. I just completely messed that up. Womp womp. It's 430, Rosie the Riveter for Crooked River and Angelina.
Lots of whistles at the end of that. So there was some excellent blocking by Cincinnati to allow themselves to get their first points on the board. Not their first points on the board, I apologize. Their first shutout of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Grand Slam 5 points.
So, little things like that are going to be the change in this. And as we all know, roller derby changes very quickly. So we'll see how this jam goes.
Martin on the jammer line for Crooked River against number 39. That is Monkey Wrench. Monkey Wrench and Martin. Martin on the outside, number 7. It's funny. When Martin was going through and forcing through that, up on that in the upper of turn number 1 and 2, I saw that 7 on that black jersey, and the style looked very much like the home team skater, the legendary Taz, wearing number 7 for Tampa here at the Wrecking Hall. I had a Taz back. That's like a flashback, but you just see Taz.
It happens.
Right?
I mean,
Taz back. Taz going to appreciate that.
If anybody saw Taz play, that's a very distinct style.
That's a compliment then.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Total compliment.
Rainstorm and Angelina. Angelina tries to go on the inside. Rainstorm looks out, then dips down on the inside. Angelina then to the outside. Wow, what a move by Angelina. Lateral movement across the track, shoots down on the inside, coming out of turns number 2. Takes lead jam and is now re-engaging with the pack. Rainstorm now fighting through, getting around, coming back, ready to re-engage with the pack. Angelina now trying to fight through both, able to stay in. Nope. Track cut. Angelina going to the penalty box with a track cut as Rainstorm now re-engaging. Nope. Rainstorm going back. Looked like a forearm called by Pete in the pool. And Rainstorm coming in hot. That wasn't no Rainstorm. That was a darn right typhoon hitting the penalty box. I think we might have lost Vixen and Buddha Fett down there. Somebody no, that wasn't Vixen.
Both jammers back on the track.
Tsunami in the penalty box.
So this is going to be a full 2-minute jam. Oh, just a very subtle little move around by number 27, Angelina, to score some more points. 4 points on the board.
Star pass to number 10. That's the Flying Fish. As the Flying Fish now. Oh, no, track cut. Flying Fish wants to be careful, jawing back with the official, and now Kill Trip. Grand Slam for Angelina. 13 points for Cincinnati, just what they needed, cutting into this lead. It's now 39-24, and that's what Cincinnati has to do, get some positive movement, take advantage of situations, and I do believe that I will get the official word.
They are talking about some stuff in the penalty box.
Yes. I was going to say, and I didn't want to say it out loud, but right now they are reviewing stuff, and there is a I have a feeling this is going to be something different because the number 10, the Flying Fish, got called for a penalty, was jawing with the official, and almost immediately got another penalty in addition to that, and is now in the penalty box. And I do not know any more information than that because that's what I saw and was giving. However, they're having big-time meetings down there because when the official and Flying Fish got to the penalty box, Flying Fish had a little more to say, I believe, and I think this might not be pretty for Flying Fish. But we'll see.
You know,
I do
it's
know
all
that
speculation.
I'm sorry, go.
It's all speculation at this point. I mean, we are doing a combo call, so if you're sitting here hearing us, we're just kind of filling in some space on the call. If you're out there in the Derbyverse, go ahead and you know, subscribe to the I'll Be Damn YouTube channel.
If you subscribe, you will be notified whenever we put new content, including live streams of each and every bout.
You go ahead and click that little bell. Everything will be much better once you do.
Absolutely. Let the Derby ring loud by clicking that bell and getting the notifications for the ABD Entertainment Group. Shout out to Skeesburger, George Washington, Corey Mendel, and the rest of the team that put this together. Madeira helping with the broadcast today.
It takes a village.
Mary Chaos and Betty Bam Bam helping with the announcing today. Tool Time coming down from Jacksonville working with us. And DJ Ito. You cannot call yourself a Derby tournament in the state of Florida if DJ Ito is not in the building spinning music for you. You're not allowed. It's officially not permitted.
So I guess we are definitely at a tournament.
We're definitely at a tournament in Florida because DJ, yes, this qualifies because
Right,
DJ
right.
Ito's here.
And DJ Ito is one heck of a roller derby DJ.
You know what? He's one heck of a dude.
He is. There's no.
Hey, did
there's nothing
BBA
I can
come?
say to that. That's brilliant. That was the perfect way to say it.
Do you have an official timeout as they're discussing everything, talking about what's going on? I know the coach is now in the penalty box talking to the Flying Fish. All the officials are talking about, trying to find out what's going on. If we get any information, we'll be more than happy to give it to you.
I think the blue helmet referee, I can't see his name. Has been refereeing.
So that was just the two penalties, right? That was just the two penalties, right?
Okay, so we have number 39 as lead jammer. That's Monkey Wrench for Cincinnati.
I do believe that the play stoppage there was a whole lot of penalties happening at one time, and I think it took him a little bit to regroup and get everything at once. And there was the double penalty called for Flying Fish. I do know that happened. And now Flying Fish is back in the jam, coming back.
So at the end of that jam, points for both teams. We've got your score now, 41 for Crooked River Roller Girls, 31 for Cincinnati Juniors.
Shout out to Mary Chaos, our top-notch producer for this bout, and George Squashington, who tries to keep the sound right, even though I keep moving around and messing them up. Shout out to George for putting up with all my craziness. Devious and Angelina going to the jammer line for their teams. Forced on both go on the inside. Devious now going out. Angelina taking lead jam. Cutting into it's now just a 10-point lead. 41-31 in favor of Crooked River, but Angelina and Cincinnati coming back. Devious now working through the pack.
Devious with a really good move there to get out of the pack. Cincinnati with 3 blockers in the box. Maybe only 2. I do have my glasses on, but you know what? Sometimes. Cincinnati with 45 points now, scoring 4 on that jam. Crooked River 45, sorry, 4 on that jam. And Cincinnati with 3 points, 34 points now.
43 and 430, Harley Trin and Rosie the Riveter. Trin goes on the inside, Riveter to the out. Track cut. Rosie the Riveter now going to the penalty box for Crooked River.
This gives Harley Trin a power jam for Cincinnati. See if they can take advantage of it.
Little Miss Perfect and Trin going down in the back of the pack. Little Miss Perfect trying to keep Trin at bay. Now Harley Trin on the inside trying to get through Little Miss Perfect and number 42. That is Adrenaline Rush. Forearm, number 42, Adrenaline Rush, as I mentioned her name. I almost stopped saying people's names. Every time I say a name, they go to the penalty box. Let's try
Let's
this.
see what happens again. Try it.
Harley Trin, the captain now, Jammer with the star going straight through the center, takes lead jam. Harley Trin trying to come around and get some points for Cincinnati. Cincinnati wanting to close the gap. 0-0 so far in this jam. Looked like I think it was a multiplayer block as number 430, Rosie the Riveter.
So Harley Trin is being recycled. And on that one, both jammers putting 4 points on the board. That was a lot of work for 8 points. A lot of work for 8 points.
Points are not cheap. You got to put in the payment, and the payment usually comes in sweat and tears. Hopefully no blood. 49-38. Ooh. Taz, oh, look at that. Sorry. You see a number 7 in Tampa, and you automatically say Taz. That is Martin. And Jamina and Martin going around. 5 leads in a row for Cincinnati and Jamina. Now they're going to ring. That is 49-38. 4 more points. It's 49-42. Now Martin. Yeah, that's a low block. Number 88. That is Bug Smasher.
Wow, the pack is really spreading out on this, and a lot is going on.
Yeah, there is action on both ends of the track as everything's just spread out. People going in and out of the penalty box. I would hate to be a penalty tracker on this one.
With a hit, number 47, with a hit against number 7, Martin, recycling all the way back. And Jamina in the penalty box. Power jam for Crooked River. Full blockers on the team for Crooked River. 2 blockers for Cincinnati. One blocker for Cincinnati.
Curses foiled again. 9-8. in that jam, 58-46 in favor of Crooked River. Tricky Ricky blowing the whistle. Something going on. I think there was a timeout call.
Timeout for Cincinnati.
Timeout. Rainstorm stepping to the jammer line for Crooked River.
So I don't know if these teams are going to meet with either Philly or Tampa later in the tournament, but I'm curious to see if the styles are being played like this because they're similar teams, or if it is just stylistically that's what's happening in this game. We'll know a little bit more as this game progresses. A lot of spread out packs, a lot of one-on-one blocking. So we're sitting here at about 14 minutes and 8 seconds in the game. No, the first half. And we're at 58 points for Crooked River, 46 points for Cincinnati Juniors.
We're in game 3 of 12 games in this tournament, 12 bouts in the tournament going over over a 2-day period. We started at bright and early this morning, and we'll be going to, I don't know, about 10:30 tonight probably. Rainstorm at the jammer line. Going to skate against
Ginger Smacks.
Forearm called against Rainstorm.
Giving a power jam to Ginger Smacks. Ginger Smacks coming through, taking advantage. Lead jammer, Cincinnati. This is the first time that Ginger Smacks has taken the star.
Ginger Smacks jamming for the first time today.
She's in the box.
One for one as far as jamming and penalties. Not a good stat to have, but now Rainstorm is out and live. So Rainstorm coming, re-engaging with the pack, engaging with the four wall, and now there is Ginger Smacks. So now both teams, jammers back on. Great, look how long the bridge. Cincinnati able to bridge that pack all the way, almost a third of the way around the track as Rainstorm now re-engaged.
It's a really interesting play style. Seeing how spread out they're doing this track.
A little bit of cat and mouse now as Rainstorm tried to get Ginger Smacks to chase around, and Ginger Smacks says, you go ahead. I'll wait here. Ooh. Wow, Ginger Smacks got smacked.
Bounced right up.
Rainstorm now 4 more points, 5 more points. Nope, 4 more points. For a total of 9, 67-48. 2 points picked up by Cincinnati. These two teams coming down from Ohio to meet here at the Wrecking Hall.
So we've got Devious on the track again, and Angelina. Angelina sneaks out. Lead jammer, Cincinnati. And Devious is having a seat in the penalty box. So this is a power jam for Cincinnati. So that is 5 points on the board.
Angelina is 5 of 6 at the jammer line, thanks to the exceptional track work, production work by Chaos. Truth be told,
So, on that jam, Cincinnati brought the score closer, so we're at 67 for Crooked River, 63 Cincinnati. So we've got concessions, nachos, hot dogs, popcorn, pretzels, chips, drinks. We have the Tantrums Sandwich Station. We have raffles for wheels, skate accessories, TRD swag, Frankie Panky swag, jewelry, and more. We have the MVP voting. Don't forget to go over there and vote for your favorite skater over at the MVP table. We have the Tampa Junior Derby Bake Sale. All donations go to help the team traveling. And there will be nationals in July, and the Tampa Juniors will be there. We also have our very own Wrecking Mall, and we sell merchandise right here in Tampa.
What about that stylish hat I'm wearing? I'm just saying.
And there's a great fundraiser by the Sea Sirens, and they're doing custom painted spring break swarm hats.
I'm killing it. Not everybody can make this look like this.
That's a great looking hat.
I believe even you could make this stylish hat work. That's how cool this
It's a good looking hat. I mean, it was actually saved for you. I wanted to wear it, but it was given to you.
Betty Bam Bam, the artist. Betty Bam Bam and her crew, the artist for these shirts, these hats. Womp womp.
The Cincinnati pivot. Harlow Trim is going to the penalty box.
Is it George and Bam next? Is it you and Bam next?
Rosie the Riveter with 5 more points on the board for Crooked River.
Failure to reform called on 911 Jolly Crusher. Kilt trip right there on top of things. Pete in the pool, kilt trip. Wearing their stylish kilts. Kilt trip is indeed a stylish gentleman, I'm just saying. Have you ever seen the kilt trip paper doll?
I have not.
5 Second Skate Gear made a kilt trip paper doll. Comes with cut out little clothes and everything. It is absolutely awesome. Shout out to 5 Second Skate Gear.
That's amazing. So the Cincinnati Jammer ends that jam in the penalty box. And that was a big jam for Crooked River. One of the highest scoring jams of the half. And they kept Cincinnati to 0. So your score now is Crooked River Roller Girls 90, Cincinnati Juniors 63. And this is going to be a power start, Al.
I tried to get 5 seconds to make an Al B paper doll, but they couldn't find enough paper. Anyway, 7 minutes and 48 seconds left to play here in the first half, as it is a 90-63 advantage for Crooked River. Martin going to work for Crooked River, coming back around. A little Miss Perfect coming out of the penalty box, re-engaging. Nice to with Crooked River coming to town. It is definitely good to see Little Miss Perfect back in Tampa, where it should be. But not only that, the return of the coach, the return of Leia Flatt coming back to the Wrecking Hall, coming back to coach with Crooked River, as Leia Flatt is let's just say, Leia Flatt's kind of a big deal in Derby. been
big
around a
deal
long
here.
time. It's definitely a big deal in Tampa and the state of Florida. Shout out to our new cameraman out there. That is Lil Albie. Skeesburger is putting dude to work, which is a good thing. He needs to do something. Just kidding. I think this is the first time in a tournament that we've seen Skeesburger out of the crow's nest. We literally, there was a Skeesburger sighting on the ground, people.
I'm really shocked by that. I wasn't sure that he was allowed out of the crow's nest.
Martin now coming back around, re-engaging with the pack as number 39. That's Monkey Wrench. Trying to loosen the hold on getting through the pack, but could not do it. The game's called. 113-65, 23 points scored for Crooked River, and that is not what Cincinnati needed. Up to that point, it's been pretty much they showed signs, and trust me, there's still plenty of time. But that was definitely the highest scoring jam of the bout, I do believe. I say
Two
definitely,
jams in a
but
row. Al, that not only was it high scoring jams, that was 2 jams in a row that they scored 20 points.
yeah, they've starting to put things together as Cincinnati trying to regroup and get back on the right. They got plenty of time. There's 5 minutes left in the first half. We are only 47 points behind, and they have showed the ability to put strings of Grand Slam double-digit point rounds jams together. So they can certainly do it. But right now, Rainstorm adding 5 more points for Crooked River, 118-65.
And it's another power jam for Crooked River. And that's how they're doing this. They're taking advantage of these power jams.
Not exactly what Cincinnati needed. No pass, no point. Signaled by the officials, there were only 4 points instead of 5. 9 points so far on this jam by Crooked River. 122-65 is the total. 48 seconds left on the jam clock. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the game clock for the first half. Rainstorm and Jamina.
Jam referee signaling 4 more points for Crooked River. And there you go. That's a grand slam. 5 more points for Crooked River. And Al, if I'm not mistaken, that is 3 jams in a row that Crooked River has scored more than 20 points. And I'm pretty sure that they've held Cincinnati to 5.
135-68. 22-3 was the jam lead for that jam.
I'm going to take a minute to shout out to George Squashington. Thank you so much for your help.
Wi-Fi? I haven't given it to anybody, but I don't know. Did they have it for something before? And I don't know. I mean, just check. Just let me know. Let me know what you find. On ours, or I think that they Red Stiletto last game said that now the hockey fixed their part of the internet and gave her access, so that they would not affect us. Correct. I'm just saying. It's
So
possible
this is
that
a power
people are-
start for Crooked River. That's devious.
I don't know. Is there any way to see
Lead
how many
jammer.
people are signed in on ours or no? Is there any way to kick everybody off and in between games kick everybody off and change this password? That way, if they are on it, we'll know real fast. Two minutes and 41 seconds left to go here in the first half. 140-68. 5 points in this jam for Crooked River. Devious now coming back around for Crooked River. Angelina right behind Devious. Devious and Angelina. Angelina tries to go on the inside. There's Devious. Comes around, spins, gets one hip in. Did you get the extra point? 2 points. None for Angelina. 2 more points for Crooked River for a total of 11. 146-68.
So we have Karma, number 8 for Cincinnati, going up against Rosie the Riveter for a Crooked River.
Absolutely riveting. Rosie the River being caught up in that wall of pink, but there goes Karma. Karma always seems to come back and get you.
So Karma hitting that brace wall. Being slowed down by Crooked River. On that trip around, looks like they held Cincinnati to 0 points, so that's only 4 points on the board. Crooked River getting 8. So coming into this jam, we'll see.
Crooked River starting right now. Everything going Crooked River for the first, I don't know, 2/3 of this first half. It was pretty evenly back and forth. And yes, Crooked River had the advantage, but they were still Cincinnati kept able to fight back in and keep it close. But the last few minutes have been all Crooked River all the time.
So Angelina is lead jammer. So number 10, the Flying Fish, is going to the penalty box for Crooked River. Angelina getting a grand slam, 5 points for Cincinnati. And Cincinnati ends that jam with 7-0. So going into the halftime with a little bit of momentum. 154 for Crooked River, 79 for Cincinnati. Al, that was a pretty exciting half.
Yeah, lots of action going on, and especially early, it was very close between the two teams, and then eventually Crooked River just able to put it together, and right now, all things going Crooked River's way. I'm sure Leah Flatt will talk to the team and try to keep everything that way. Well, Cincinnati is going to be trying to regroup and get set up and change the momentum somewhat in the second half. We'll be back in just about 9.5 minutes for the second half of action here in game number 3. The next game is going to be Columbia and Philly. Game number 4 will be Columbia and Philly up next. And George and Betty Bam Bam are going to be on the call for that game, so you guys hang out. But we'll be back for the second half of this bout in about 9 minutes.
That's fun.
Welcome back to the Wrecking Hall here in beautiful Temple Terrace, Florida, Tampa. We are at the Wrecking Hall, home of Tampa Roller Derby, streaming to you live. Are we streaming live still?
We might be. If not, we're just talking to each other.
I don't know.
And all of you.
I know, right? Oh, dear Lord, make up your mind. Are we still, what? You look very nice today.
Thank you, George.
Here, George, hold up. Can you catch this? Hold on.
Nope.
Oh, look, this is a junior tournament. 5 seconds to go. There's the whistle. Rainstorm is your jammer against Angelina. Rainstorm and Angelina going to work for their teams. Rainstorm, Angelina. Rainstorm goes up in the four to the four-wall force Crooked River. Rainstorm now recycling back to the back of the pack. Ooh, Rainstorm not going anywhere right now. The storm stalled up there in the linger just off the coast of turn number 2. Rainstorm coming back around. There is Angelina. Angelina through the pack. Rainstorm is your lead jammer. I will.
Rainstorm coming
Now
through.
Rainstorm. I'm sorry.
Putting a couple more points on the board. 4 points on the board. 2-1 for Cincinnati. So, Al, we start out the game with Crooked River grabbing a couple of points, but not like what happened at the end of the last half with those big point-scoring jams. We'll see how it proceeds. We're only 1 jam into the second half.
.5 minutes left to go here in the game. 158-80. That is Devious. Devious coming around, circling back around. Coming back through the pack, and that is number 8.
So Devious going to the penalty box on a cut track.
Number 22, Blazing Grace, coming back, re-engaging with the pack. Coming back around now, 2 Crooked River skaters going to the penalty box. Karma coming back around, circling back around.
On a power jam.
Okay. Whatever makes you happy. Karma, spin move coming out of turn number 3. In between 3 and 4, Devious trying to stay up. Could not. Being recycled. Coming back to the back of the pack. As now Karma coming back to re-engage with that wall of black. As number 88, that is Making You Fall. Along with
So Devious being recycled. The Cincinnati blockers are walling up a little bit. And that is the end of that jam. So it looks like, yep, those are the final points. So it looks like Crooked River grabbed 4 points and Cincinnati grabbed 5. Not a whole lot of movement in the scoring differential, but we are keeping these jams a little bit closer. We'll see how they do in this jam.
Angelina and Rosie the Riveter going to work for their teams. Rosie the Riveter tries right up the middle. Angelina going around, re-engaging, getting engaged with that wall of black. 3 skaters, and then Angelina on the inside taking lead jam. Angelina now working array. coming back around to re-engage for the point pass. Rosie the Riveter finally working through the pack. Still taking shots all the way through as that Cincinnati pack trying to at least make the skater pay for getting through there. And now coming back in hot as Cincinnati, a couple of skaters went down, re-engaging. Now Cincinnati's hitting themselves down. Rosie the Riveter now coming back around, re-engage, coming back into the pack, trying to get points for her team as Angelina now working straight through the pack. Great way right up the center. Great movement by Angelina, able to get through the pack. 12 points to 6 points in that jam in favor of Cincinnati.
So Angelina was coming through and doing really good work high to low. So coming through in the pack high and then ducking in low and getting by, both on the inside and the outside. That was really good to watch. So on this jam, we have number 7, Martin, for Crooked River, going up against number 86. That is Guts and Glitter for Cincinnati.
2 Cincinnati skaters in the penalty box now. Make that, nope, wait. Nope, there was no room at the end. Cincinnati Jammer being re-shuffled all the way to the back of the pack. Martin. Number 7 for Crooked River. Look at that footwork by Kill Trip. My goodness. He's agile. Martin working back around. Great move. Wow, what footwork. Going on there, taking the outside route out of turn number 3 and 4. Sophia scoring. Number 47 going to the penalty box for a forearm.
So we have a blocker from each team going to the penalty box. And at the end of that jam, we had a star pass, but not soon enough in order for the jammer to engage. But what really happened was 19 points to 0 for Crooked River.
Yeah, that's a 90-point lead. And right now, Crooked River is just, everything's going Crooked River's way at this point as they try to increase that growing lead over Cincinnati. We do have a little junior expo coming up later today at the halftime of one of the bouts. I can't remember. I think it might be the last one, but we'll see.
So
it is a little junior derby expo. And tomorrow we have Toe Stop Booty Pop will be the performance for halftime, one of the halftimes. Upcoming game, May 5th, next weekend, the home team season opener, the Cigar City Mafia and the Black Widows going to battle for their opening home bout of the season. Yeah, that's a low block by Rainstorm, I believe. Nope, Rainstorm's on the line. Was that Little Miss Perfect?
a lot of jammer penalties in this jam. And this is ending with a couple things that might need a little bit of explanation at the end of this. So, Al, a lot has happened in this jam. We don't know which one it is.
She was. I got you.
So Devious just got called for not sure what, but a penalty then nonetheless, and is having a seat in the penalty box, allowing number 39, Monkey Wrench, to become lead jammer for Cincinnati.
Yeah, number 27 for Cincinnati. That's Anja Mina, was in the penalty box. Chaos did not have her for 7 fouls, so I don't think it was a foul out, but Anja Mina went back behind, took her skates off and exited the track area. So Anja Mina has left, either resigning from this bout or with a penalty issue, but I did not have 7 penalties. Chaos did not have 7 penalties. We'll check it out. If we get any information, we'll let you know and maybe come back to you with the information when we get it. Right now, though, number 39, that is Monkey Wrench. If Angelina is out, Angelina was working every other jam.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So that's you just lost 50% of your jammer rotation.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of clarification on what happened there. All right, look at that. That was a really big jam for Cincinnati. That was 17 points on that jam to 0 for Crooked River. Jams like that is the difference in this game, Al. And we've had quite a few.
Yeah, that was a good run, a 17-point jam for Cincinnati, able to come back in. And Monkey Wrench trying to put a wrench to the problems that is ailing Cincinnati and work the way back in, helping them out. 196 to 114, 17, just under 18 minutes left to play here in the second period, in game number 4.
So Monkey Wrench is running back-to-back jammers in this jam. Having a little bit of work to do to get through the pack. As Rosie the Riveter comes back around with 5 points on the board.
Coming up next will be Columbia Junior Rollers and Philadelphia. And following that will be FOCO coming back to the track against this Crooked River team. And then there's still 2 more after that as we get ready for all the derby action that's going on at the Wrecking Hall.
Here we go with Martin.
Third jam in a row. I told you when Angelina went out, Angelina was jamming every other jam, and now with Angelina gone, it is all about number 39. Monkey Wrench going to the line for the third against number 7, Martin. We do have an official timeout as they discuss top secret stuff.
So, Al,
I would tell you what they're talking about, but then no, I'm just kidding. I'll tell you if I find out. Yes, sir.
interesting things are going on from my observation. We've had back-to-back teams trading. Like I think it was 17 points on the previous one to 0, and now we are 15 points to 0 on this most previous jam. So that's the discrepancy in this game. the interesting thing is how spread out the pack is getting. Well, we didn't see that in the first few games in this tournament. They were doing a much more together type of play.
Yeah, the packs were a lot tighter in the first in the previous games. This one, yeah, they're spreading out a little bit. I'm think right now Cincinnati's just trying to get a footing for anything. They're just trying to work their way back in. There's lots of points need to be made up, and Crooked River is just trying to just remain the status quo. Just keep everything the way it is. Just eating up clock and adding points as much as they can, and not letting Cincinnati get any glimmer of hope or hope. They don't want to. They don't want them to think they can be put back in.
They want to keep their lead, definitely. We'll see how it goes on this one.
Those of you out there listening to the feed, I apologize. We apologize. We're not sure what is going on with the actual live feed. We will. The only reason we haven't reset it and tried to start over is because I understand that y'all are at least getting the audio, so we're trying to keep that. In between games, we may power down and repower back up and see if we can work out whatever's ailing us. My apologies to you. My apologies to you, sorry. And we will get that remedied as soon as possible. It's certainly the most lengthy technical issue we've had since we've been doing this whole streaming thing and getting practicing. But whatever's going on, we'll find out. The tech team is on top of it, and we'll get back to it as soon as possible. For now, we got just under 16 minutes left to play. Martin and Monkey Wrench. Monkey Wrench trying to work on the inside. Martin now re-engaging, coming out of the box.
So Cincinnati puts 2 more points on the board for that. Your score is now 2-11 for Crooked River, 1-16 for Cincinnati. So we've got Starry Skies for Crooked River jamming, going up against Hailstorm for Cincinnati. Starry Skies out with a big burst of speed and power for lead jammer Crooked River. Oh, the Crooked River jammer, Starry Skies, is having a seat in the penalty box.
And there has been a lot of penalties. I should have got the count at halftime, but I was trying to work on the technical issues. But I'm really curious to see the penalty numbers for this bout, because it is. I don't think I've ever seen so many. Hailstorm coming back around, re-engaging, trying to grab some points for Cincinnati.
Rainstorm and Hailstorm battling back and forth. Oh, Hailstorm wins on that one. Coming on the inside with a quick move to the inside.
Starry Skies working around for Crooked River. 360 spin move on the inside. Coming back around, back into turn number 1. Trying it on the outside. Maybe going to work her way. Turk her way back in and then come back on the inside. Good move on the inside of turn number 2.
And whenever you have a storm, you do have Starry Skies afterwards. No.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm just... Hold on. All right, Starry Skies coming back around for her point pass. And that is number 4, Hailstorm.
And Crooked River got 17 points on that jam and held Cincinnati to 5.
Crooked River really trying to get everything put together. 777 Devious going to the jammer line against Karma, number 8. Devious. Nope. Going to the penalty box.
Looked like it could have been a back block on that.
Karma really taking hits, getting around the track, coming out of turn number 2, and now the pack is just kind of stalled. You were talking about how fast the pack was, and now it's just kind of like womp.
Crooked River drawing a
And
track
the crowd goes wild. Devious coming back around to re-engage for the point pass. Power jam situation. One blocker for Crooked River in the penalty box. So there's one player each, one skater each in the penalty box. It is a power jam Crooked River though. Not at all what Cincinnati needs.
So Devious is back in the penalty box, switching power jams. Now it's a power jam for Cincinnati. And at the whistle, we look like we might have a couple of more penalties going in. Yep, and it happened before the whistle. So on that jam, Crooked River scored 8 points. Cincinnati scored 3. And both players are starting in the penalty box. Devious being released first. Devious getting lead jammer for Crooked River. Found a hole and stuck right through it. 4 points.
Devious trying to make it look easy as Kilt Trip mirroring number 777 Devious around the track.
Another 9-0 jam, keeping Cincinnati off the scoreboard. And another power start for Crooked River. Lead jammer Martin, Crooked River Roller Girls.
.360 spin move on the backside of the front straightaway, on the inside of the front straightaway. 8 minutes left to go here in the bout. 245 to 124. Karma is coming back around Martin getting up slowly from the meeting that Carmen had with the floor. Again, those of you out there listening, thank you very much for hanging out and listening. We will try to get the feed remedied in between bouts. But thank you for hanging with us. Subscribe, and it'll notify you when we get back on. Officials meeting in the center of the track. That was number 5, shark bait. I don't think so. Looks like we're back to the action as Monkey Wrench and Rainstorm go to work for their teams. Monkey Wrench now coming around. Taking lead jam for Cincinnati. Now Monkey Wrench trying to work through the pack, adding points. Monkey Wrench recycled on the outside. While Crooked Rivers Jammer out there battling Karma. Rainstorm circling around, and now Karma is going to the penalty box for Cincinnati, sorry. Monkey Wrench coming back around, scoring 5 then. 4. Sorry, 4. Now working on the inside. Wow. Rainstorm virtually untouched, followed Karma around.
You know, they say sometimes the best offense is a good defense. I think that's what happened right there. They were slowing down the pack, and it allowed their jammer just to slide right through on the inside, helping them put some more points on the board. 13-5 on that one. Monkey Wrench getting the call again for Cincinnati. Stormy Skies getting the call for Crooked River. Stormy Skies lead jammer, Crooked River. Stormy Skies coming around on the outside, completely untouched.
Starry Eyes re-engaging, talking to her blockers. Monkey Wrench trying to work right through now. Jive, one left to the right. One step left, one step right, 2 steps forward. Let's go. And then they call off the jam. Monkey Wrench did a good job juking and jiving, trying to fight through that pack and that pass as Starry Eyes got around. 10-point jam for Crooked River, 4 for Cincinnati. 272-133. 4.5 minutes left to play here in game number 4 of the 2018 Spring Break Swim. warm.
And again, we got Rosie the Riveter on the line with Monkey Wrench. And Rosie the Riveter is lead jammer for Crooked River. Cincinnati using a brace wall. Rosie the Riveter engaging the wall. Monkey Wrench being called for a cut track and going to the penalty box. Giving a power jam to Crooked River.
No pack called as Rosie the Riveter gets by that last blocker. Comes back around, re-engages for a point pass. Goes down on one knee on the outside of turn number 3. Now being recycled back to beginning of turn number 3. Rosie the Riveter working back and forth, lateral movement across the track, trying to get through. Star pass to number 47. That would be Sophia Skorin, the captain of Crooked River. And Sophia Skorin regroups, comes back, grabs 2 quick points, works back around, comes back all the way through. Now trying to get by that last blocker. Penalty called on said last blocker. I believe it was 43 Harley Trent.
Another shutout jam. Getting 18 points on that jam. Split between 2 jammers, but 18 points nonetheless.
Yeah, very nice job by Crooked River putting it together. 290 to 133 as Cincinnati is going to regroup and get ready for the next one. Still a little bit of time left.
Devious with lead jammer, Crooked River.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah. Blood. Police stoppage with just over a minute left to go in the bout. 290 to 133. There is that was a very hard plant. Looked like she hit her face. I will give you more information as I get it. I certainly don't want to speculate, but that was a very hard hit. Might have either a lip or a nose. And all the medics are over there, and they got all the correct safety gear and gloves on to take care of the situation. We got a skater standing, so everybody's clapping, of course. We like when they get up and leave the track on their own accord. Getting assistance from the medics. Does look like a nose, I think, but that's awful. That's awful far away for me to be able to tell. 290 to 133. Again, those of you watching out there or listening in the Derbyverse, our apologies for the feed dragging or freezing, whatever's going on. The only reason we haven't reset it is because we have been told that you can at least hear us, so that gives you something so that you can listen to this and keep track of where we are before we go to the next one. And we will try to get it hammered out between bouts so that we can come back live and be correct doing so. 290 to 133, 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go. Still under a play stoppage. Those of you in the wrecking hall, don't forget to go buy your concessions: nachos, hot dogs, popcorns, pretzels, chips, drinks, tantrums, sandwich station, all available here today, as well as the juniors suites and the Sea Sirens custom hats, all going down. Thank you for your feedback out there in the Derbyverse. We appreciate it. Again, since I know we're sole audio, but I appreciate the comments about basically thanking us for being so descriptive, since you can't see that we can hear. So they're moving right to left on your radio dial as a rainstorm number 100 getting ready to jam for Crooked River. There's a skater in the box for Cincinnati. I do not know where the rest of the team is. Official timeout. That is the game. We do have a with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go. Pink has declined to field a team. Cincinnati has declined to field a team for the last jam. Their player, I will get you the number.
What's the number to skater that went to
32. Skull Cluster, looks like 32.
I believe it is 32 Skull Crusher. Those of you out there in the interweb asking who it is that got hurt, but Skull Crusher is now over there talking to Anya Patella, and Karma and Yoma, our medics, keeping everybody, making sure that Skull Crusher is okay. But Cincinnati has declined a thing, so that is a final score of 295 to 133. Crooked River over Cincinnati. And certainly, Corey, that was one of the most penaltied games I have seen in quite some time. Not exactly sure what's up, but wow, that was, yeah, the first two were relatively clean and spread out and fast moving, and this one was a good old-fashioned slobber knocker, to use the word that Tommy Riggins, standby Tommy Riggins, would use. Once again, those of you on the feed, thank you for listening. We're not going to give a whole big old recap for this bout because we had a lot of penalties and a lot of stuff that I'd really rather not discuss online, and we need the extra time between games in case we got to reboot. We're going to go try to get the stream. My name is Al B. for Corey and the rest of ABD, and along with Tampa Roller Derby and Tampa Junior Roller Derby, everybody here at the Wrecking Hall and at Spring Break Swarm. We'll be right back.